to have crashed.
Uh-oh.
No, it's just doing that thing where everything freezes, but I still have audio. Just,
Yeah.
I'll
Welcome
just, you know.
to... oh, wrong intro. Been a while.
You already got to
Everybody-
welcome to. How would you fucking know?
It's
Welcome
the
to. Oh no, wrong intro. Fuck off,
name-
the lot of you.
name's on the video, you pillock. This is this is Acceptable Vices. Tonight on the show, we're flying planes with Erika.
Hi, hopefully this will be better than the last time they flew planes with me.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Probably not.
we can't get any worse, can we?
No, not at all. That game was trash. There's a reason it never got out.
Yeah. Oh, really? You never released it?
Nope.
Oh, what a
I
shame.
threw it away. It is gone now.
Yes. Yeah, welcome to Acceptable Vices. Tonight on the show, we've got Erika. Hey, Erika.
Hi.
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 How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing really good. A little sleepy. That's about it.
Me too. I'm kind of sleepy myself. We also got Gerba. Hey, Gerbs.
Hi.
How do?
It's fucking hot, is how I do.
Yeah.
As I told you the other day, like I have to keep a fucking like a plastic bottle of water by the sink to wash my hands in.
Yeah.
Just because the water coming out of the supply lines that are obviously in the ground, the water coming out of them is so fucking hot that it's actually kind of painful.
This is pipes in the ground.
Yes.
You know, thermally insulated away from the heat of the outside world by at least a meter of dirt and
Yes, but
stone.
here's the thing. The ground also happens to heat up and hold on to that heat quite well.
Does it now?
Yeah.
Great.
That's ridiculous. Well, anyways.
Excuse me while I
Erica,
just dump
what
this
is
into
the
Discord.
name of the game you are running for us tonight?
This is Flying Circus. This is a new game which I am putting on Kickstarter
Oh my.
in like 15 days.
How fortuitous and totally not coordinated at all.
Yeah, I know. No coordination whatsoever.
Not at all. No coordination. No.
Yep. So
Uh,
on March 1st, this will be a thing.
dun dun dun. So if you guys are looking for new games to buy or things to kickstart, this would be a very excellent thing for you guys to take a look at. Jay Bance is asking, is it World War I themed or is it about flying clowns?
It is World War One themed. It's an industrial fantasy world of World War One airplanes, though you can play it like actually just play it straight and play World War One aircraft. It also functions like if you want to build World War Two airplanes, there are rules for that. If you want to build like Star Wars planes, there will be a stretch goal for that. Well, not
You were putting
specifically
a
Star
phen-
Wars, but
You were putting a phenomenal amount of work in the research for this. You were, asking out on Twitter, hey, anybody know how much aircraft radiators weigh?
yep.
And surprisingly, the answer was yes.
Oh no, I have been reading an absurd amount. Like I read this 1924 paper on the construction of aircraft radiators, which was really cool. I've read a lot. I've read a lot for this. This is the most research I've done since Patrol.
When that was Patrol ate up your life
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, so this is a similar sort of endeavor.
I know I ask every time you come on, but how's Five Across the Heart going?
It's actually completely playable. The main, like, I have it on hold now, not because it's not done or I'm stuck on it or anything, but because I want to learn how to run a Kickstarter with Flying Circus first. So I don't screw it up with the full color book.
Hmm.
But I've been running it at conventions and stuff, and it is very good.
Well, I know I keep saying this to you, but you should come run it at conventions over here too.
Yeah, I know, but money.
Money. Money. As it always is, as it always has been, money.
Money. All right, so
I'm actually quite happy about this. playing you running another game, because anytime you run a game, I can kind of take up a nice relaxed position here. This is like,
well, you need to be able to roll d10s. That's the only thing you need to be able to do.
What do I need to roll?
D10s, 10-sided dice.
So you may have noticed after the last time, she started being very explicit about which dice we should roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was having some really good dice rolls. That was great.
Ever since what we have since called the Starfleet incident.
Yep. Oh man, I gotta run New Frontiers again for you guys sometime soon.
Yeah.
It's like all developed.
How many D10s?
You only need 2, and I think you also needed 20.
2 D10s and 1 D20. Okay, cool. Got it.
Cool.
All right. So, how do we start this off then?
All right. So, well, the first thing we got to do is we're playing a weird version. We're playing a bit of a simplified version. I invented an airplane for you out of whole cloth in about 10 seconds.
Very cool.
Without using the game's incredibly sophisticated plane creation rules. So hopefully it's not completely nonsensical. So both of you have access to our instrument panel, right?
We do, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of numbers.
I'll play the role of keeping it up on the screen for people here.
Cool. So there's a lot of bullshit on that panel, and you don't really have to worry about too much of it. I'll bring it up when it comes up. But the basic idea is that this is a game that revolves around your airspeed and your altimeter, because those are the actually important parts of flying, and where you actually are on a map doesn't really matter too much. So this is a game that does air combat without ever having to use a protractor or a minimum travel distance or anything like that. Thus solving the oldest issue in airplane tabletop games.
We got a lot of things here to look at.
Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit on it. But the important parts are there's the altimeter and airspeed, which tells you how high you are and how fast you are
Right.
How high you is and how fast you is.
How fast we isn't. Erika? Erika, you've muted your mic. Well, that's a mighty fine control panel we got here.
Yes. Please bear with us. I think we actually have like a rear view, one of those rear view mirror dangly things. We've got one of those, and it's of an eyeball. It's an eyeball.
It is.
We have +1 eyeball.
+1 eyeball. -3 squick. So.
Hello?
Hey, there you are.
Hey.
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, I have no idea how that happened.
That's weird. Well, welcome back.
So, basically, this game is normally kind of complicated. It's a bit crunchy for a game of its sort, but we're going to ignore most of that bullshit and just fly. So, you guys have come up with a name for your aircraft / spaceship. I'm not really sure what we're doing here.
So let us call it an airship and split the difference.
An airship. Okay, so you're flying an airship. So let's get some details about this thing. What does it look like, you guys?
It looks like a Conwing L-16.
All right, cool. For those of us
what?
who don't know everything about planes, aka Victor, what does it look like?
Well, for a start, a Conwing L-16 doesn't exist.
It's a sea duck. It's a sea.
Okay. It is a large, round-bottomed seaplane with a clip pointed nose.
Hang on, let me cut through the crap here. For those of you watching, it looks like this.
Yes. Well, also, it has big twin tail booms that aren't apparent on that image, but, you know.
Yeah. For those of you listening, it's Baloo's airplane from Tailspin.
Correct.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Except I presume we have some sort of space engines if we're in space. Are we in space?
I don't
if
think
we're in
we
space
are.
and we're not meant to be in space, that could be a problem.
Yeah, no, I don't think we're in space. I think we're in some sort of vaguely fantasy, vaguely early 20th century world.
I like vaguely things.
All right, cool. So, obviously we're dealing with like a Crimson Skies situation. There's like air pirates and it's dangerous. And you know,
That's great because I rocked at that game.
Yeah,
Awesome.
for some reason you have to fly through tight technical tunnels to pick up artifacts.
Yeah, I love
And yet
Crimson
never
Sky.
actually stop to get the artifacts.
Yeah, you just it depends on which game you're playing. Because if you play the PC one, you like drop people off of ladders and stuff to pick stuff up. But anyway, yeah. So you guys are, let's say, smugglers. So
I'm okay with being a smuggler.
yeah, I think that's dramatic. So what are you smuggling? Your plane has some pretty good cargo capacity. So what are you moving?
Fursuits.
Fursuits and body pillows.
That's doubly weird if you guys are ducks.
Wait, why ducks?
Because
Well, I think that, you know, one of us would be a kangaroo, and Victor, I'm not actually sure what Armenian animals are there.
I wouldn't know. The only thing that I know is like big about Armenia is pomegranates, and I'm not exactly going to be.
Victor is a flying fucking pomegranate. He's a pomegranate with arms.
No, Pomeranian. There.
Oh, there we go. A Pomeranian and a kangaroo flying a big yellow plane.
Hold on. I gotta think about this.
Well, think quickly, please. The show only goes for an hour.
Yeah. Jeez, don't rush me. Rush me. It's gonna take longer, ironically.
The show actually goes as long as we like, so it doesn't matter.
It's true. Basset hound got big ears. Get in front of my face.
oh my god, okay.
Goggles,
Cool, so-
ears flapping behind me in the.
This was not my intent to create fucking furry flying, but
It's a stretch goal for the Kickstarter.
yeah.
That's it.
But here we are.
No, I'm
So,
a
yeah,
pug. That's it. No, I'll stick with Basset hound.
All right, cool. So
I want to be able to breathe.
so you guys are smuggling fursuits into I don't know where the hell is some place awesome to smuggle something into.
Neo Yokio.
Neo Yokio, yeah.
All right,
Go with
excellent.
that.
This
Cool.
is the best mashup world.
I know it's pretty.
You don't get. I don't deserve I don't deserve this giant Toblerone.
So who is flying today?
Horrifyingly, it's gonna be me.
Yes, all right, you're the pilot. So Chirpa, I guess you're our in-flight engineer /
Sounds
gunner
good.
/ everything else. So what is this plane armed with to keep it safe while it's smuggling? What secret
Harsh
weapons does it
language.
carry?
Yes, we drop F-bombs. But
I mean, we could go totally unarmed. That is a possibility.
yes.
Okay, let's
Oh.
push.
Actually, instead of going completely unarmed, do you have provisions in the rules for light arms?
Like shooting out the windows?
Yes.
It's a World War One
Yes.
game, so yes.
Brilliant.
Let's do it.
To be fair, there was a chappie in World War II who, after being shot out of his plane, or rather
Shot
ejecting
down
from his plane which got shot down, he shot down a Japanese Zero with his handgun.
Oh, A+ skill for that. Nice.
So yeah, all right, cool. So you guys are going to be leaning out the windows to shoot at anyone who tries to threaten you.
I would have to, however, request that we have a cache of pies.
Pies?
Pies.
Sure. Yeah, actually, I have something that would work for that. So yes.
Perfect.
I thought he said papayas there for a minute. Like,
All right.
you fucking hungry, man?
So
Oh,
you're.
I'm talking lemon meringue.
Oh Christ. Okay. So you're smuggling.
Jeez, so soon?
You're smuggling 120 fursuits into Neo Yokio on your tailspin plane.
Sherva's a kangaroo. I'm a basset hound. We have pies. Let's do
I'm
it.
sorry. As you say that sentence, at no point does it actually just go down in ridiculousness.
No. No, it maintains a very even keel of fucking crazy.
This is the best.
So final question is there any secret modifications that you guys have made to the plane?
Nitrous?
I can do that.
Trevor, what do you think? Nitrous?
Yeah, nitrous is good. I would also add a grappling hook.
All right.
Grappling hook. Yes.
I don't know how we're going to use it, but I'll figure something out.
I propose it's like a little harpoon gun platform that rolls out.
Oh, yeah.
The grappling hook is on it. Yeah.
On the top, yeah.
I was picturing like just hanging out the cargo door with it in one hand, just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. All right. So, in addition to the police forces of Neo-Yokio, the air police, fuck, this is cool. What other threats await you along your smuggling mission?
PETA.
PETA?
PETA.
Absolutely. How the fuck it works in this? Are they like... Yeah.
People for the ethical treatment of humans.
Okay.
PETA.
PETA. PETA.
Okay. So the PETA's what? Like their air force, their ground batteries? What's the...
Well, they definitely have to have ground batteries. I mean, you're not going to make an air force on donations.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Well,
so
you know, they did have those little boats they were using to harass Japanese whaling ships.
No, that was Greenpeace. That was Greenpeace, dude.
All right, so...
And they had a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
One of those ships is like $2.4 million.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
So you guys you have to chart your course over a human reserve, and that's how you're going to piss them off. Yeah, who the fuck knows?
We are buzzing this human reserve. We're going to freak out those humans.
Hell yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and let's get one more threat. What's a threat as you enter the city of Neo-Yokio itself? Throw in some more mashup. Let's just fucking do it.
Pissing off the GM too much.
I mean, that's an inevitable threat.
Let's see.
That's like less a threat and more like the fucking sword of Damocles. The great thing about Flying Circus is that rocks do not have to fall. It's just you do.
We are the Rock. The Rock! We are being hunted by the dangerous bounty hunter, The Rock, who is in fact an intro version of The Rock.
Okay.
The boulder doesn't take kind.
So, what creature is...
Hold on. I'm trying to compile a tweet about this.
Good luck.
What animal is the Rock in this universe?
Chat, help me out. I don't actually know any Hawaiian native animals.
Or is he many animals, as in his role as Maui in... or is he just...
No, he's just The Rock.
It's just The Rock.
He fell in from another universe. He's just The Rock.
All right, cool. So just The Rock is chasing you in his sweet airplane.
He has to make it in this fucked up world.
Yep.
Somehow, where he's a second-class citizen as a human.
All right, so The Rock is chasing you in... What's like the most absurd aircraft The Rock could be flying after you?
What's that plane that is essentially just a massive propeller and it takes off vertically?
A helicopter?
No, it's not a helicopter. Tiny plane, single massive prop, vertical.
Well, to be fair, if he wasn't a helicopter, he'd be screwed because helicopters max out at about 250 clicks an hour, and we can beat that.
Oh, here we go. 25 aircraft that don't look like they should fly. Hold
also, there's never a safe aircraft to be in a movie with Dwayne Johnson in it.
No, this is true. Oh my god, where is it? I mean, it's literally the propeller is bigger than the plane itself, and it takes off like vertically, like a rocket, basically.
Is it like the one that sits on its tail and has the big propeller?
Yeah.
I know the one you're talking about. I have no idea what it's called, but I can picture it exactly in my head.
There it is. Found it. No, wait. It kind of looks like that. That's not it.
For some reason, I was thinking of an Ekranoplans, but I think it would be cheating a little bit to have him in a plane that literally doesn't go more than 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Now I'm just looking for a ridiculous plane.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to pull up some art. Because
I
I'm not
hope
quite
it's
sure how to
I'm
describe
thinking of.
this. No, not the Battle of Sandwich.
I like sandwiches.
Perfect.
The
1
flying
second.
pancake.
I'm pulling up some badass art.
Good. Oh, we ate tailspin. Oh,
Is this
we.
going to be... there we go.
Turbo and I
I've
are
thrown
a
up some
kangaroo.
art for you.
Okay, let's see. Kangaroo. Turbo and I are a kangaroo, and wow.
Oh my god, yeah.
Turbo and I are a kangaroo and basset hound flying a sea deck over Neo Yokio, carrying a legal cargo of fursuits and what else were you carrying?
Hug pillow, body pillows.
And
show is
body
going
pillows with no weapons other than a harpoon and eyes. And we're being chased by PETA and PETA and Barack.
All right. So my final question before we get this thing running 100% is how high are you flying in your approach? Are you going to try to get low, like under?
I'd say at this point we're pretty fucking high.
Or are you flying as high up in the air as your plane can go?
I'd say we're coming in low, under the radar.
Yeah.
All right.
Fast
So
and loose.
how low is low? Are you guys like, like 500 meters low? Okay,
1,000 feet, 300 meters.
300 meters. Done. So,
okay. I have the clue what this is going to do for us, but can't wait to find out. Oh, wow, things have changed.
Yes.
Erika, why don't you screen share the document? Because you don't have a camera anyways.
That's a good point.
This is pretty ridiculous, and we haven't even started yet. Oh, we ate tailspin. Oh, we ate tailspin. Off the trouble we get on another tailspin. Da, da, da. Oh, 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 oh. Wonder if the stream will cut off if I play the tailspin thing.
Yes. It's the fucking Disney property. The House of Mouse will literally send assassins to your house.
All right, let's do it then.
Okay.
Tailspin. Tailspin.
Victor, nobody else can hear that.
I thought it was loud enough that it would come through on my mic.
I can just barely hear a whisper of it in the background.
Oh, I can fix that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I appreciate that the bomb in that image of the battle sandwich has "Violence is golden" written on the back. It's truly words to live by.
Okay, so my fucking microphone keeps dying for no reasons. That's super cool.
Oh, I thought that was on purpose.
Yeah, I thought you were muting yourself or something.
Nope, I was just dumb. So let's get going. Let's get rolling. Let's get flying.
All right.
Cool. So
Let's get dangerous.
So you have just dove out of the clouds and low to the ground to avoid Dwayne the Rock Johnson. And for now, and you are just passing over the coast inland towards Neo-Yokio. Your illicit goods shuffling around in the back of the plane. Victor, you are flying, and Churba, you are doing something. And so let's kind of get a view of what the two of you are doing. Victor, how are you flying the plane? And Churba, what are you doing to keep the thing in order while we fly?
Well, I'm flying the plane with some difficulty because I forgot the hairband I used to tie my ears behind my head. Keeps flopping in my face.
All right, cool. So are you just flying in a straight line, trying to get as much speed as possible?
Yep.
Are you... All right, cool. So,
okay.
That's easy.
Don't have to worry about the rock. We've left him behind, so I don't got to do no evasive maneuvers.
Probably not. At least not for now. So, Churba, what are you doing?
I figure I'm just kind of rolling around in the back, trying to strap down our cargo to stop it from moving around and throwing us off balance.
That's a very good idea. You think maybe that you should have strapped down any of the fursuits before going, or like even just put them in a box or something, but no, it's just 120 loose fursuits in the back of your aircraft.
Absolutely, just everywhere. Hug
Wait,
suits
so
and fur
who's
pillows.
wearing the fursuits? People? Humans?
I figure it's like sexy dress up. You know how people dress up like nurses or police officers and things when they're not nurses and police officers? Do a bit of role play. It's the same sort of thing, but for animals.
This is like... This is so wrong.
Imagine a world where
baby, you know, thank you for
there
the
is
birthday present. You know how much I love mongoose.
Well, imagine a world where there's not just more than one race of the same species, but there's dozens of different actual species. Do you think people aren't going to use that for fucking?
No, I'd imagine they definitely would.
Fucking, so.
Yeah, of course. Why not?
All right, cool. So, now that we've briefly contemplated the metaphysics of our fucking fursuit,
this is important. This is important for the world building.
Yes. So, you as you fly low over the fucking electrified fence that makes up the edge of the human reserve, you see, like you hear alarms from below and searchlights turn on and start sweeping the skies for you.
Well, good luck to them. It's daytime.
They're reverse searchlights. They'll mark you in darkness.
Searchlights.
They're reverse searchlights. Shut the fuck up. I don't know.
I like it.
I'm not drunk enough for this shit.
Reverse searchlights. Actively avoiding.
They cast us in shadow, which cuts off our solar panels, which kills our electrics. We're environmentally conscious fucking smugglers.
Well, you're environmentally conscious in what powers your instruments, but like your engines are just fucking smoking. Horrible.
Hey, we may be environmentally conscious, but we're poor.
And we're also not stupid.
We can't afford to do it all at once.
Yeah.
Baby steps. Everybody has to do their part to reduce their carbon imprint. You think as you dump last night's fry oil into the engine.
Oh, there you go, biofuels.
There you go. We're going green, one illegal fursuit at a time.
We do this mission right, we'll be able to power our house with solar panels and windmills for the rest of our lives. Oh.
Next step, hydrogen.
Oh my god. Okay, cool. So as you're flying over and dodging the dark searchlights, because what the fuck are we doing? At this point, the one you pass over one of the PETA ground batteries, and it starts firing up at the aircraft. So
fuckers.
Victor, what do you do as the round starts stitching closer to the aircraft?
Churba, is everything secured back there? Because we're about to do some crazy shit.
Churba's head pops out of a pile of fursuits.
Yeah, in the meantime, I'm just like half buried in fursuits, half like trying to throw cargo netting over it. Just like, close enough? Most
close enough is good enough for me. We're going to fly sideways.
You're going to evade by like rolling and doing crazy shit?
Narrowing our
I'm thinking we're
profile
gonna-
to the ground batteries.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
cool.
We're gonna fly sideways.
That seems like a perfectly smart solution. So, I would like you to sure. Let's roll. So the way this works is everybody have stats, but we didn't bother assigning them, so everyone has +1 and everything. So you're just gonna roll flat actually, because the plane has a handling of -1 because it's heavy.
Right.
So it's handling plus the stat that matters, which is keen in this case, but that shit doesn't matter. Who the fuck cares? Just roll 2d10. Tell me what you get.
Rolling 2d10. I've got a 9 and a 1, making for 10.
All right, cool. So that is just not enough to
Just
avoid.
not enough.
Just not enough. So you can spend some extra speed here to make your evasion work, or you can settle for the consequences.
I'd like to. So what does spending speed do?
So basically, the idea is that like when you maneuver an aircraft, you bleed off speed when you turn and twist and fly fucking sideways and stuff like that. Your plane slows down.
Right.
So every time you make a move to like dodge or get behind somebody or shoot them up or whatever, you use up a little bit of speed, and you can spend additional speed to do better. If you decide to spend beforehand, you spend 1 and you move your result up by 1, and if you spend afterwards, you spend 2 and move your result up by 1.
Well, I didn't know that.
This is the tutorial, my friend.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
Let's see. Well, right now we seem to have an airspeed of 80. I'm assuming that's 80.
8.
Or is that 8?
It's 8.
So if I spend 2 airspeed, it'll be 6.
It will be 5 actually, because you spend 1 just to evade.
Oh.
That's okay. You'll still be flying, mostly.
Okay. Sure, but what do you think?
You'll
Spend the
still be
airspeed
flying
or?
until you hit 2 speed, at which point you'll fall out of the air.
Ooh,
That's
that's
just-
not
What
healthy.
are the consequences
Yeah.
of us not dropping speed?
I will roll a hit against you, and it'll be hilarious. I'm gonna do that anyway.
I vote we throttle on.
Let's
Keep
go.
going. Full
Onward,
speed.
onward. At,
All right,
at
cool.
full speed.
So, hey, remember when I told you guys to have a d20?
Yeah.
Cool. Could you roll that for me?
Sure.
Both of us.
Just 1.
All right. I'll leave it to you, Victor.
I rolled it. It says 15.
Cool. So this game has like hit locations, kind of, and you're really lucky. This didn't hit anything vital. So the rounds rip through the fuselage of the aircraft, and sure, but you're picking up a fursuit hat, helmet, headpiece, headgear, whatever the fuck, and it suddenly explodes in your hand. As the round stitched through the middle of the aircraft, but everything seems to be mostly okay. So
Damn it! That thing was like 350 million just on its own.
So the only thing that does is that it reduces some of the structure of your aircraft.
Oh no!
Yeah, if your structure falls too low, the aircraft will start to fall apart. But other than that, you're all a-okay.
Nice.
So-
Look on the bright side. All these holes give us more places to look out to spot where they're coming at us.
Perfect.
You're absolutely right. Always look on the bright side.
Cool.
Of course, they are ground batteries, so they're not really coming at us. They're just kind of shooting us.
So you coast over the gun, having taken some damage, but everything seems to be mostly working. You check for bullet holes, you check for all that, and nothing vital seems to have been hit. So what do you do?
Are we still sideways?
Well,
I mean, yeah.
Okay, cool.
let's see.
I'm loving the investment we made in these 5-point safety harnesses, by the way. This is great.
You say as Turbo flips around in the back of the plane.
Yeah, I'm just like kind of flying through the air, just bouncing off fursuits and fucking hug pillows.
Well, at least it's soft back there.
Yeah, I can't complain too much. It's probably actually quite fun. All right.
Just pretend you're in that scene, pretend you're in the hotel scene in Inception.
I'm going to take advantage of this +1 eyeball, whatever that means, and stick my eyeball up to the window to try and figure out where the batteries are to give Victor a better course to evade the friggin' things.
Perfect. So this is roll 2d10 and add +2 actually, +1 for the eyeball and +1 for your stat.
Okay.
Plus eyeball basically means how good your visibility is. So, like a plane that has has like a stack of wings all over the fucking place, you're not going to be able to see out of nearly as well as a plane that is a monoplane with low wings or a high wing with a hole in it or whatever the fuck. That kind of shit.
Oh, we got holes in them now.
Okay. Yeah. All right. 2d10 plus 2 is 14.
Nice. So that is what we call a partial success, which is most of a success. It's not bad. It's just not the best. So what I would like you to do is ask me one of the following questions. Where are my opponents? What other threats are present? Who is that pilot? That one's not relevant. What's in the sun or what's in the clouds?
Who is that pilot down there in the bar not actually paying attention? No, not really.
All right.
Not really.
I mean, I could roll with it.
No.
Let's not on this occasion, because it is not particularly helpful to what I said I was doing a minute ago, so we'll keep that consistent at least. Well, I suppose going with what I was saying a minute ago, where are these blighters?
Cool. So yeah, you see all of the guns are built on like the tops of hills throughout the reserve. Or preserve or whatever the fuck, I don't know what the correct. Anyway, the point is
you reserve.
Yeah, so all you have to do to avoid the guns, presumably, is avoid hilltops.
Are there any two hilltops kind of opposing each other or near each other anywhere?
So you can fly in between them and get two guns to shoot each other?
See, he's got the good... there's exactly what I'm talking about, yes. Let's go right down the throat of them and have them shoot each other.
Absolutely and absolutely, yes.
Is there any way we can increase speed?
Yes, there is. So let's get to you real quick. It sounds like you guys have a battle plan of getting two guns to shoot each other and make them explode like kaboom. So, does that sound good to you? Not plan.
It sounds good to me. I'm just worried about being in the middle of the crossfire.
All right, so here's
why a way to suddenly boost speed would be great.
Well, lucky for you, there is. So,
that's right. We have nitrous.
Absolutely, you do, and you have fuel and engines. So the way this works is there is an acceleration move. So you're going to accelerate between the two of them. So when you accelerate, your speed, you spend fuel. In this case, you spend 4 fuel. Because 2 from each of your engines. Your engines guzzle fry oil like nothing else.
Smells delicious at the exhaust stand, though.
Your speed goes up to 8.
People shoot at us, but they almost feel bad about it.
And the thing you're going to do is you're going to roll a d10 for each engine. And on a 1, your engine starts to malfunction, basically. Because you're doing horrible things to it. The way your nitrous works is that normally you can go faster by adding another dice to the engines to go up 1 more speed or 1 more speed or 1 more speed. You know what I mean? But with the nitrous, you can spend 1 more dice to go up 2 speed.
Okay.
So how fast do you want to go?
Well, we don't want to go too much faster, because if we go too faster, we'll be back to 0 and we'll fall out the air.
That's why this other button here does this. That's the tens place. See, it's clever.
Let's see. So if we go to what place do our engines start complaining at us?
Basically, you'll be rolling a bunch of dice to see how well your engine takes this, because this is a World War I game,
right?
And yeah, planes are garbage. That's why I was asking Chirba about it.
Right. Okay. So, how about 3 speed?
Sounds good. Let's go.
Let's go 3 speed more. That's what we want to try and do.
Cool.
They won't be expecting this.
It will be equivalent to going 4 speed because you're nitrous. So I would like you to roll 3d10 for each of your 2 engines and tell me how many ones you get.
I'm gonna roll 3d10 for the left engine. 15.
Give me the individual results.
Oh, 6, 8, and 1.
Okay, cool. And the right engine?
Right engine, 4, 7, and 3.
Cool. So your left engine starts making some pretty horrible noises
Oh,
and spraying some black smoke all over the place. Don't worry, it hasn't blown up yet, but you might want to keep an eye on it as you accelerate forward and sail in between the two guns. So roll to evade these guns real quick. Another 2d10. Remember, you can spend speed before 1-to-1 to make this work perfectly, or after 2-to-1.
We just spent speed.
I just can't get over the fact that we're fucking flying in a fucking giant twin boom seaplane that runs on fucking nitrous and chip oil.
It's very good.
This is great.
This is amazing.
That's the basic equation of this game. You spend speed to do things.
So we just damaged one engine to gain speed.
Yep.
But we can drop speed a little bit to make sure our evasion works.
So the basic idea of this game, the loop of this game is you spend speed to make sure that you're successful in what you do, and you gain speed by spending fuel or altitude.
Okay.
And eventually you're going to run out of one of them, and it's going to be bad.
Okay. So considering we are now going pretty fucking fast, I'd say we can spend a speed.
A speed? Okay, cool. So roll.
Or what, Chirps?
Just as a mechanical question, do we have an NE speed?
A what?
A never exceed speed.
Yes, that's called your strain.
Okay.
Okay.
And when you exceed that, it's 15 right now. It goes down as your plane gets damaged. So the less structure your plane has left.
Are we really exceeding our strain speed at the moment? I feel like
no, but I
super
thought it was a valid question.
No,
Just
that
in
is
case.
a very big concern. The heavier and more drag that your plane has, the lower it tends to be. So like a light little plane tends to have a very high never exceed speed, but at the same time can't really get going very fast. You can't really dive that quickly in it.
Because I can't help but notice that our strain speed is 15 and our current airspeed is 20.
It's 12.
It's 12?
Oh, oops.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I get it now.
The little dial is the
tens.
tens.
It's tens. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, let's drop let's spend one speed to make sure this works.
Roll 2d10 plus 1.
2d10s. Okay. 19.
That's pretty excellent. Yeah, that's actually a perfect success. So you completely avoid, I mean, like basically exactly what you wanted to happen happens. The two guns track into one another and they both explode and you fly in between the explosions and it's super cool and you feel totally great about it. And everything's awesome. Yeah. And only a couple of fursuits fall out through the back of the plane as you fly by.
Oh no.
We cut to the ground as
our prophet.
Yeah, a couple of humans in loincloths like grab the suits as they fall. And it's like, this is their way out. This is their
way out.
We have accidentally cargo culted.
Oh no, or given freedom to these humans.
Well, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, so cool.
Lord of the Flies shit type here.
Yeah, it's real messed up in any case. So yeah, you zoom past these guns, feeling great, doing great, everything's great, and zoom out past the forested area and let's say over the suburbs, because why the fuck not? So you're
why not?
You're flying over the suburbs of Neo-Yokio, and you have two options to get towards the city. You can sort of just keep flying in a straight line over all the people, which will draw a lot of attention, but is a straight line. Or you can detour a little bit, find some less densely populated areas to fly over, so there are less phone calls to the police, the sky police.
Should we gain altitude?
I mean, that is also an option, yeah.
Avoid attention.
We could, yeah. Seems like a decent plan.
All right, so when you gain altitude in this game, there's two kinds of gaining altitude, and the ones you'll be doing here is a steady climb, which basically just means you're reduced back to you lose any excess airspeed, and you climb a whole shitload.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah,
let's do that.
All right, you guys climb up to avoid.
But do we want to go and dilly dally around, or is climbing or is gaining altitude just as effective a means of dodging attention?
I think we should probably climb. Get up with all the normal air traffic so we're a bit less suspicious than a fucking giant noisy nitrous and chip oil fucking bright yellow plane blasting along at 300 meters above the fucking suburbs.
Well, I have
sideways.
I have good news for you. You're now blasting along at 700 meters over the fucking suburbs. Woo-hoo! A little higher. You have to remember these are shit airplanes.
Right.
I would also like to point out that 300 meters, like a Cessna passing overhead at 300 meters, is fucking loud.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, yeah. Now you look less
partially on fire.
That's what I should do, actually, but I'll wait a minute for that. Go on.
Yeah, now you look more like somebody who's out, flying a plane for fun, and less like somebody thundering overhead, having just pissed off the human reserve.
Nice.
I'd like to reorient ourselves back to a horizontal position so that
you finally remember to do that as you start climbing. You're like, why climb? Why turn instead? Oh, wait. He's
just kind of looking out the window. Just like, man, traffic sucks today.
All right. So, yeah, as you start flying over the suburbs, you see, you do get the attention of the air police, but it's not their immediate and horrible attention. It is instead an air police cruiser gets behind you. It's like a P-51 or something. No, it's a Buffalo.
Nice.
And it's piloted by a Buffalo. And it gets behind you and turns on its sirens and flashy lights and starts motioning for you to pull over in the air, which you're not really sure what that means. You think it means just like go over sideways slightly so he can talk to you.
Okay, let's
do
that. Let's. Should we play it cool or should we gun it?
Okay, you play it cool. I'm going to, now that I've finished strapping down our cargo so it's not just floating loose every time we maneuver.
Right.
I will put on the dead man's harness and I will attempt to slip out like along the wing, still strapped to the plane for safety, insofar as this is safe in any way, shape, or form.
Giant magnets. Got giant magnets holding him on.
Pop the cowling and try and repair the engine a bit if that is possible.
That is super possible. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right.
So yeah, you scoot over to the side and let the air cruiser come up next to you, and
it just comes up on the non-fixing side. So I'm just like,
The officer opens the cockpit and takes out a megaphone and yells at you like, "You have exceeded airspeed, you're in air traffic violation. I have to give you a ticket."
Please. Terribly sorry, officer. As you can see, we're having a little bit of engine problems. I don't really quite know what speed it's running at. You think you could let us by just this once?
Please form your insurance information into a paper airplane and throw it over to my cockpit.
I take a fast food receipt, form it into an airplane, and throw it out. But due to physics, it immediately whips past and gets shredded by the propeller.
All right. So as this
officer, I think that's as much your fault as it is mine, to be honest.
As this dumb exchange is happening, Triva, you're going to be rolling a wing walking move for me. So that's 2d10 plus 1.
Okie doke.
Technically plus daring, but whatever.
Do you want both results, or do you want just the total?
Just the total.
Just the total is 10. 9 plus 1.
Cool. So on a miss, you are still on the wing when things go bad. So I think that the way that this goes bad is that the air police sees you throw your fucking what he thinks is your insurance information directly into your propeller and decides that's now the time to pull you over forcefully and attempts to do a pit maneuver in the air with a propeller plane.
I don't know much about airplanes, but I'd say that an airplane that the propeller is on the front.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, but have you seen what a spinning prop does to the skin of an aircraft?
Yes, I
real
saw
bad.
that episode of Mythbusters. Yeah, I know.
All right, cool. So, oh man,
We're
I
getting
gotta
some
watch that episode of Mythbusters after this. I love that episode. All right, cool. So, Victor, what the fuck do you do? And Churba, you're still on the wing when it happens. And I'm just GM Fiat here. I'm gonna say you're actually on the wing, closest to the airplane coming in.
Has the police officer actually hit us yet?
No, he's coming in.
Is he coming to, like, directly towards the back, or is he still kind of to the
Yeah,
side?
he's
beyond
coming
our
in
wingspan?
towards the tail of your plane.
So I guess
Do I have?
is he beyond our wingspan, or is he directly behind? us?
Yeah, he's still beyond your wingspan.
Okay.
What's
can't
that,
drop,
Churba?
can't drop speed too much.
Can't drop speed too much. Do I have anything on my person I can lob at him?
Pies, dude. We have pies.
Yeah, you have a pistol and a pie, I guess.
Nice. I'll shoot the pie and confuse him into backing off. No,
right,
not
cool.
really. That I'm not sure that would actually work mechanically.
Throw the pie so it hits his so it hits his canopy.
I'll just lob the pie in his direction because let's face it, we're throwing things between two moving airplanes. It's pretty much just fate anyway.
Yeah, we tried this one once already. All right, cool. So, roll me 2d10 plus 1.
2d10 plus 1.
Can I
Roll.
lend him? Can I lend him my dice too? Can we?
If you want to, if you can think of a way that you can pilot the plane so that this would make it easier, we can use the helping mechanics.
Okay, I want to roll the plane. So, because you're on the top, right? You're on the top of the wing.
Yes,
I
and
want
strapped
to-
on, so I'm not going to fall off.
Right.
Well,
I want
can
to roll the
presumably
plane
fall
so
down.
Turba can basically drop the pie rather than trying to throw it laterally. Can basically drop it on top of the cop's plane.
All right, so here's what you're going to do, Churba. You're going to roll 3d10.
I
And then you're
question
gonna-
the physics of this maneuver.
Don't
Yes,
worry about
Mr.
it. Roll.
Kangaroo strapped to the wing of a seaplane.
So,
Okay, in that
you're gonna
case, that
roll 3d10 and pick the two highest and add them together.
okay. Give me one moment to find out where that went. Oh, two of them were the same. Okay, I got a 9, an 8, and an 8. So obviously, I'll pick a 9 and an 8.
All right, cool. So that is a lot of math. 17. Yes, that is a 17. So that is a full success. So you successfully drop a pie through the open canopy of the police car as you or police plane. Fuck, as you like do a barrel roll over it.
As a free action,
Aileron
I'm going
roll.
to
Yes,
activate
shut up.
my. I'm going to activate my intercrew radio and just be like, I think we should continue buying fucking Nanny Tigers hyper aerodynamically stable pies that drop straight down in turbulence.
They taste good too.
Yeah,
So-
they're delicious.
The blinded police car buffalo plane veers off to the left slowly, like wings over, and then hits a water tower and explodes spectacularly. Water and flame and oil and bits go everywhere. And you have
I don't
successfully
see how that could have gone better.
you have successfully defeated the police. Or at
All of
least
the
a
police.
A
We have
police.
defeated a police.
I'm gonna roll the plane back right side up
Yup.
so he can so Churba can get back in and
Please
or
do.
finish. Has Churba finished his repairs?
Yes, the repairs are finished. The engine's 100% in working order, and you also take your fries out of the hopper.
Ah, perfect. I love
Nice.
some good fresh chips.
Working engine and lunch.
I know.
All right, so as you flop back down into the co-pilot seat, a red light stays flashing on your dashboard, and
Oh.
you look at it, and under the red light it says "rock alarm."
Oh God! The rock's
we
back.
have we have a
have a rock
specific
alarm.
alarm for Dwayne Johnson.
And you both of you roll down the windows like they were an old car, and lean your head out. And sure enough, the Rock is diving on you in his giant double-engined aircraft, trying to drop a nuclear bomb directly onto you because it's the only way to stop smuggling.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no, I dispute this nuclear bomb. If you look very carefully at the image provided of his aircraft, under the nuclear symbol it says "not really."
Oh, then it's just a regular bomb he's trying to drop on you.
An
It's actually
extremely
filled with
large regular
large.
bomb.
It's filled with concrete. It's just
Oh god!
It's a rock bomb.
yeah. It's actually, and the best part is it's on like a chain, so he drops it and then like uses it like a fucking morning star.
It is. It's a mace. Oh my god.
God. Great. Fantastic.
That is the situation you're dealing with as the rock
I can't help
comes for
but
you.
feel I have accidentally caused this by telling Erika about Hammer Fight like a week ago.
Yep. No, it's actually in the rules now.
Oh God. Look at the wheels on that plane. You can't even take off with the bomb on it.
They're
I'm pretty
extendable.
sure. I know they're already extended and they're not long enough.
They put
It's
the
like-
bomb
it's like-
on in flight.
It's like putting a dachshund belly side on top of a loaf of bread. Its little legs can't reach the floor.
Ah.
It's like in that permanent swimming motion, but can't get anywhere.
Okay, so the battle sandwich piloted by Dwayne The Rock Johnson is coming for you. What do you do?
Weep.
Plane looks a fair sight heavier than ours. Is there any way we could, what's the word? Take advantage of his mass and inertia, like outmaneuver him?
Oh, absolutely. There is a move called Gain Advantage for exactly this circumstance.
Oh.
So what would you like the configuration of your aircraft to be after you have completed this maneuver? Do you want to be above him so that you can like outclimb his heavy ass plane?
That
do you want...
seems reasonable. Also, would be a good time to. Ooh, we haven't used the harpoon yet, have we, Churbs?
No.
So here's kind of what I'm thinking. We harpoon his plane and drag him down behind us, like drop altitude and drag him down, then release and climb up.
I have a better idea.
Okay.
Let's harpoon his fake concrete bomb mace and drop it on him.
Oh.
Let's mace him with his own fucking mace.
You think we could? Do you think we could just shoot the harpoon directly into his props? Take
Shit,
him
that
out.
would be the easiest way to do it, wouldn't it?
Probably.
So why would we do that? That's boring. No, like, imagine how many drinks we will get at the airfield bars by telling people we took out that weird-looking human, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, who somehow flies a plane. How did he even get a plane? Is this even a plane?
He got 2 planes and he mashed them together with his bare hands.
He found a fursuit on the ground and they reserved.
And imagine how many drinks we will get if we are telling the story of how we took it and we dropped his own bomb on him.
You know what? Glory. We should do it for glory. Let's take out. Let's use
You
the
say
man.
swigging something alcoholic from your canteen.
Exactly. Glory over practicality.
All right, cool. So the first thing you're going to need to do here is gain advantage. So roll me 2d10 flat.
Let's see. Rolling 2d10. Okay. 19.
Nice. So what is the configuration of your two aircraft to set up this perfect bomb stealing shot?
So to set up, based on looking at his plane, I'd say we'd probably, our best bet would be to the side of him.
Ooh.
And
There's
harpoon it and then drag it up and over.
We could feint like we're going beneath him,
Yeah.
make him drop the bomb in an attempt to get us. We harpoon it while it's loose, and then we come back over the top. Like we
All right,
fake
cool.
him out.
So yeah, you're perfect.
Here's this kangaroo hanging out the fucking side door, like with a harpoon gun.
All right, so this all depends on if Churba can make this shot. So Churba, roll 2d10 plus 1.
Whoops, almost rolled 3d10, which would have been a problem. 2d10 plus 1.
I just noticed there's a like a Tyrannosaurus skull on the tail of the
Oh,
battle
that's
sandwich.
brilliant. A 15. Two
All right,
sevens plus 1.
That is a partial success. So you're gonna hit, which is good. So I would like you to roll hit location. Basically, you're gonna hit. You might not hit the bomb. So
Okay.
roll 1d20.
10.
That's about the middle. The way the hit locations work is like front to back. That's dead in the middle. That's about where the bomb is. So I'm gonna say, yeah, that works. You spear the
Nice.
bomb.
Cool.
I'm so glad it's not a real bomb. Considering we just jammed a fucking spear through it.
So what I'm gonna say is because you're now essentially lifting the bomb, your aircraft is gonna count as being heavier than it was. So your lift goes down. It becomes harder to fly the aircraft. All that kind of stuff for the time being. So now you need to get above Dwayne the Rock Johnson's airplane. So you're gonna climb a little bit. This is a zoom climb. So how far above Dwayne the Rock Johnson's airplane do you want to be? Do you want to be just over it, or do you want to like get as much distance as possible and like drag it up into the air before dropping this thing?
What is the optimal distance for us to get above him and then allow him to look up, see the bomb coming, and then drop a villain about to eat it? Oh, shit.
I'm going to say 200 meters above him. So climbing to above him would be perfect.
This is down to a science, I see.
Yes.
All right. So what would I have to roll for that?
You're going to roll me 2d10 minus 1 because your plane is heavier and crappier now. And your speed is automatically going to go down to 6 from the climb.
All right. So here we go. Let's roll. Whoa. 17.
That is perfect. I don't think there needs to be any like hit location or any. Actually, roll me hit location anyway. Let's see if you hit anything particularly.
What
fun.
am I rolling? Is that at 1d10?
1d20.
1d20. Here we go.
Yep.
13.
All right, so that sounds like kind of right in front of the cockpit, and it just shears the front of his plane off. So it's just the cockpit and his legs sticking out the front. The wings are still attached, but the engine isn't. And it just
I like
sails.
to imagine that he's just pedaling in midair.
Yeah, and it starts sailing forward, but the chain is still attached. So, like, it's still going forward. He's like, ha, I still got it. And then the chain bottoms out on the other side of the airplane, and it pulls it straight into the ground. And he leans his fist at the canopy. You haven't seen the last of me!
I think we read. Oh, wait, hold on.
Fireball.
Wait, before it explodes, I want to drop a pie on his face.
You haven't seen the
What do I have to roll for that?
I don't think you have to roll anything because it's fucking funny.
Perfect. Let's do it.
All right. So, this. I think at this point, I mean, what other challenges do you have to face? You've defeated PETA, you have defeated the Sky Police, and you have defeated Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson with his own bomb.
I would say sneaking in and offloading these fursuits.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. So let's do some ground gameplay really quick. You land the plane.
Okay.
Fuck. Yeah, you land your airplane. So we're gonna speed to 0.
Well,
You're all good. It's for safety.
Kind of skimming over the water,
Yeah.
Pull it up at the dock.
You land in like a lake in the middle of a park. It's bright. It's in the middle of daytime. You guys are awful smugglers.
We've just pulled up at the dock and like crushed one of those. Well, it's not. I suppose it wouldn't be a
Swan
swan
boats?
boat.
Yeah, it's a
It'd
swan
be
boat.
like it'd be like a swan boat, except for some reason in this world, swan boats are in the shape of like people.
Michael
Oh
Phelps.
god!
It's a Michael Phelps boat.
Crush your Michael Phelps boat.
Which, for some reason, actually, not only does it have, like, humans taking the place of animals in some situations, it also somehow assumes that they have the Olympics. And that the Olympics went exactly the same way to the point of having Michael Phelps become a famous swimmer.
And fuck. And you start unloading the fursuits, and I think you're definitely met with a group of weasels in mobster suits, like in
Right.
Who Framed Roger
Who Framed
Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit.
And he looks at one of the fursuits that have a huge hole through it from one of the PETA bullets, and is like, hey, we weren't paying for damaged merchandise.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look, that hole was there when we got it. We're not judging what people do with these things.
So
I mean, like, a 30 caliber hole would be a decent
Roughly guinea
size.
yeah. All right. So that sounds like some fast talk. So roll me 2d10 here.
2d10. 20, motherfuckers!
Oh, sweet. So he's like, yeah, I guess that's right. We can probably sell this to some real freaks. These you paid, boys. Now remember, you got to escape the city. And at that point, I think we're going to end the session with you look over the horizon and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's coming for you in a pedal-powered helicopter with a pair of giant swinging axes under it.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say a pair of giant swinging rocks, and all I could think of was just
Truck nuts.
He's now flying like a truck nuts helicopter.
Well, I think that's the case. All right, so that was
Brilliant.
that was the dumbest misuse of this system that has ever been.
Misuse? I'd say that was a great use.
I would almost vote that for like a ridiculous stretch goal, like just turn this insane bullshit into an entire like fucking expansion.
All right, so
I can't tell if that was a happy laughter cry or like just a sorrowful why me cry.
Oh Christ! Yeah, this is the dumbest. This is the
Well,
dumbest.
you've come to the right people.
Yeah, so if you wanna kickstart a much more serious version of this game, that is gonna go up on March the 1st. It's actually a game about identity and tragedy and action in the sky instead of fucking furries and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. But it uses the same system of ridiculous aircraft fights. So
It is a mechanically excellent system if it can hold up to this level of absurdity and still hold together perfectly normally.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is. The game has ridiculous stuff in it. Like there is a faction of like Mad Max-esque warboys in cobbled together World War I airplanes that do have stuff like harpoon guns and concrete bombs on chains and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just handled a little bit less whatever the fuck this was.
Well, look, if it can handle us, then it can handle anything you guys could throw at it. So please, 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 keep an eye on Erika's Twitter. It's at Open Sketchbook. You'll get a link to the Kickstarter for that as soon as she puts it up. And please, please, please go back this and support Erika's creative works. Like some of you guys support our creative works on Patreon. Erika also has a Patreon, just as a point of fact. For us on Patreon, what?
And what is it, Victor?
I'm looking it up. Give me a second. It's Erika Chappell. She's on Patreon as Open Sketch. So patreon.com/opensketch. There's no underscore actually in there.
Oh, you're right. Damn it. There's so many things that I have to put my stupid name on. Yeah. The latest thing that I did for that is that I teamed up with another excellent designer named Caitlin Bell, and we made a new skin for the very, very good role-playing game Monster Hearts that lets you play a slime girl.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
For those of you who are supporting us on Patreon, just want to take a moment to give thanks to all y'all.
To all of those supporting us on Patreon, we just want to take a moment to say we're sorry.
We're so sorry. Thank you to Dexter Calder, Geek Nights Podcast, Rochelle Mantanona, Rin Senpai, Funeral Cleavage, Zara Gorgion, Yodel, Brendan Brothers, Gina Moreno, Penimpus and George Davidson, and Ethan Fryer. So thank you to all of you for supporting us on Patreon. If you like the stuff we do, you'll probably like the games that Erika makes. So go check that out too.
I would like to remind everybody to re-listen to the episode where we played Abort, Retry, Fail, because that shit was amazing.
Oh god, that was amazing. Posting a link to Erika's store on DriveThruRPG. It's Newsstand Press. You should check that out. She's got good stuff in there. Some of it's free, well, in the way that you can pay what you want, which I encourage that you do. Pay something.
I just remembered the game of New Frontiers we played on the show as well, where like we did our whole little adventure and we like fucking shot up the Navy and fucked up the Klingon ship and got the Klingons in trouble and jump cut to us all laughing on the bridge at some joke that the Vulcans didn't get, and then remembering that we lost the red shirts by leaving them behind in a bar. like we are the worst Star Trek parents.
I desperately want to run New Frontiers for you again in the new... Like, basically, I need to come to you with all of my very serious games that I write as a very serious designer now and just do this bullshit.
Oh, fuck.
Good luck.
Star Trek Discovery New Frontiers.
All right, guys.
God. Well, your mirror universe versions of yourself would be good people.
They would actually be competent and manageable.
All right, folks. Well, that is it for this episode. Regularly scheduled programs of sorts on this channel should resume starting Tuesday with Victor Plays. I'm going to be trying to get up a video of my K-Car panel from Anime Los Angeles, The Wonderful World of K-Cars, Moe on Wheels, and then hopefully some scripted stuff will be coming up soon. But with that, thank you, Erika, for running yet another fantastic game for us on Acceptable Vices.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Good night, folks.
Good night.
Night.